Oh, here's a geologic one. Geologically speaking. Pondering into the future on the geologic timescale, the greasy smear in the rocks of our meager but magnificent existence might strike the interest of those future alien or cephalopod geologists as an anomaly in the instruments, a queer abundance of iron, hydrocarbons, and uranium-235. Yet for all it's worth, all we've really done is move some crud from here to there and back, less helpful really than a gopher or a mole or a worm in a farmer's fertile fields after a good, hard, soaking rain, geologically speaking. Okay, nerddom. This is my, I guess, ode to, it's not really an ode, I think. There's a form, ode or whatever, but this is to paper and pencil gaming. In the far-off lands of paper and pencil, of heroes and heathens, of rules and rolling, of no-dos and Mountain Dew, the party always started at a tavern or inn, a lusty wench, the bugbear's lair, the dragon's balls. The characters converge around the promise of riches, the muscle, the magic, the fingers, the faith. Rumors abound around the bar. Rescue the nobles, the rat king's warren, the unicorn's horn, the tomb of horrors. A loose path is chosen, and the adventure begins. After the shopping is finished, some erasing and writing, more rules consulting, and runs to the fridge. Then dice hit the table as combat ensues. A battle of numbers, addition, subtraction, destruction. The math and the meat. In the far-off lands of paper and pencil, numbers are blades, adventures abound, friendships are formed, and memories are found. Oh, right, we gotta get to that. So I'm gonna read this, and then I'm gonna read that other one. Hi, I'm talking to your back. I know I'm not supposed to do that. And I got two more, and then I want to do an impromptu poem. Have you guys give me 5 words, because I've been dying to do that, and I never get a chance to actually get down here to do it. So I'm going to read, stuck together, 2 more poems. The first one is called Kissing by the Cantos. And the second one I call Electric Cat. So they're both kind of long ones. Kissing by the Cantos. 1. Disclaimer. Kissing is dangerous sometimes. Let this be a warning that what follows may be life-altering to you. You should think about what kissing is supposed to be before you start kissing. Kissing is dangerous sometimes. This was the disclaimer canto. 2. Parts list. Kissing is very nice to do, but it is not so nice to do with less than 2 peoples, or for that matter, with more than 2 peoples. So 3 things are needed for kissing to be complete. 2 peoples and lips. Okay, 6 things, really, for kissing. 6 parts of kisses. 2 peoples, 4 lips, because kissing was made for lips, and lips were made for kissing. This was the parts canto. 3. Instructions for beginners. Now that you are 2 people and 4 lips, you must take your faces and face them at your faces, eyes at the eyes, and noses at the noses. This is the basic starting position. Soon you will be kissing. Begin moving forward at each other's faces until your noses are touching and your eyes are to your eyes. Be calm now. You are not in any danger. Look at each other and breathe easy. Okay, this is where it gets dangerous. Be ready. Close your eyes, all 4 of them. Extend your lips forward, all 4 of them. Did you hear it? A little smoochy sound? Did your lips touch, all 4 of them? Congratulations. There is now kissing for you. This was the procedure canto for the novice kisser. 4. Advanced instructions. Now that there is kissing, what happens next is up to the two peoples. The advanced instructions are, there are no further instructions. There are no rules to govern the what comes next. If the nature is happy, go with the nature and be happy. Happy is good, and good is happy. Don't be afraid to make a mess. Happiness and nature is sometimes messy and dirty and good. Let it go with the flow. This canto was for lovers. 5. Advanced warning. Beware the dangers of the kiss. Do not allow what follows while entangled in the bliss, making nature's mess to become a new life. A new life that can replace the one you know. This new life can become to you both a blessing and a curse. This canto wants to remind that from time to time, a life of its own can be born from a kiss. Electric cats. A cold front from the north froze the ground fast and slowed the motion of mankind as the chill took hold so deep that bones became ice that gravity could not move. The world was ripe for the taking once more. Darkness broke free and made a move to entangle life and lay waste to all the land. We fell backwards at the advance, dwelling more and more inside and warming ourselves in front of false suns that get smaller and smaller with time. No defense can hold the darkness for long. But cold, dry air brings the magic that defends the huddled masses behind their thresholds one step away from certain doom. There are creatures that come from the darkness that wait, invisible to ensnare and devour us when our hearts are low in spirit, frozen, snatching from the shadows of nightmares, lurking behind what we have forgotten. But cold air, cold, dry air brings the magic we don't remember. The electric cats always defending. They are lightning, flashing, striking, moving in secret circles that protect the lives of those they find the perfect meal ticket, without our knowing, from the oldest of nature's lurking, darkest, deepest doom. The arrangement was made in millennia lost to memory when man and cat first forged a bond. History misstates part of the payment as the reason when it posits the origin of the pact between mankind and our furry friends of tooth and claw. Your cat will tell you that the arrangement was made in the highest halls of Atlantis, with witnesses from the courts of Avalon and Gallifrey. The wisest of our elder race saw too well the way that the domestication of man would muddle the memory of magic, letting the old ones strike from the darkness if they were ever to rise again and slip their timeless sleep. The oldest woman spoke of what she had just dreamed, a darkness that devoured the old ones, loose again, mankind huddled in boxes, cold and frozen bones. No one to defend, no one who remembers, no one who knows the ancient foe, no one with the knowledge, no one with the power, no one to defend with the light. The end will come in darkness. There was a minor rumbling from the assembled crowd, but they calmed to a dull silence when the oldest of cats spoke up, pausing periodically to groom herself most indiscreetly. She too had a dream of men squatting in boxes, their tiny sons diminishing before their eyes. They could not see the monsters that stalked them when they dwelled upon the loss of their sons. She spoke of a fury aroused in her when a monster moved to strike at the one she knew petted her best. She moved with the speed of light and thought, and fire glowed in her claws as she struck, like lightning from the sky, all spark and no boom. There were no monsters left. She looked around, and there was a lightning storm. She was the lightning storm. Then she struck at a mouse she saw, a nice fat little. There was a squeaky little hey from somewhere in the crowd before a murmuring consumed the hall, and dreams of the future reverberated on the lips and in the ears of all assembled. An old tomcat with fur as gray as a storm and eyes the color of lightning dancing in dark sky, let out a resonant roar and moved to the human he loved the most. Rubbing himself on her woolen garments and chanting a spell of his heart and will, called the spark into his fur until he glowed and crackled, and his voice alone was heard throughout the chamber. He vowed to his human, but to all others there as well. As long as there is warmth and offerings of food, my progeny will know my magic spells, he said this, and released his collected sparks, striking like lightning the mosaic of the old one's memory. And they will strike as I, like lightning, to protect yours in the darkness when it comes. And I, his human replied, accept for my kin and honor your offer of arrangement, and will tender warmth and food eternally, though our minds may be muddled by the onset of our domestication. Let the rumble of thunder in my heart remind and reassure you of this agreement, the Thom replied, as he began to purr loudly, and a new sound was born to time. Again the chamber stirred to the noise with the voices of humans and cats. They reavowed the arrangement. The cats learned the magic, and from that day forward, they could call the spark to fur. In the coming darkness, they are lightning, flashing, striking, moving in their secret circles, protecting us from unseen doom when we wander beyond our thresholds, away from our false suns, growing smaller. So when you pet your cat in the dark and a sharp spark strikes a nerve, be reassured by the rumble of thunder at the heart of the cat, and remember, that jolt was not meant for you. You are meant to keep her warm and fed, to give her shelter and a nice soft bed. Electric cats. All right, I'm scared.
Do I come up and pull the words for you?
Yeah.
Don't be too scared.
I can do it.
Catacomb. Check his stuff.
Hold. Emma gets to give us the first word.
Trickle.
Trickle. And how about Claudia's mother? Do you have a word for us? No? Okay. Starving. Okay. 3 more words, folks.
Jealous.
Jealous. Nice. And all the way back? Scholar. And one more word. Majesty. Majesty. Okay, so if you can read my spelling, that's the quick thing. Trickle, starving, jealous, scholar, majesty.
Okay, so do I have
Majesty.
do I have to use them in order?
No, you can go wherever.
So do I have to use them? Can I change scholar to scholarly?
Yes,
if I
yeah.
felt like
You
I
can use
needed
any
to?
variation that you want on them. Do you want a setting?
No, well, first I'm going to see if this is a haiku. Trickle, starving, jealous, scholar, majesty. Not quite. That's not cheating.
Too much thought. Let it flow, Thom.
As the trickle of the rain slowed down, the starving people huddled, jealous at those who still had water. The scholars looked to the sky without answers. and the majesty of the rain ceased.